The Cambridge Impronauts presents Clickfire. Good afternoon, everybody! I am the Slugger Nova, as you can definitely well see. And here I have my very pretty loyal subjects above me, ready to give you an hour of entertaining short-form improv fun times with a gentle love theme. Congratulations that you're here. I can see you're already putting some excellent comments down in our comments, but if you could keep putting them in while we do our introductions for the... Sorry, there's a bit of lettuce in me. For the first game, we're going to need some historical figures. We're going to need some fictional characters. We're going to need some animals, and we're going to need some very unusual fears. But before we get started with that, let me introduce you to our lovely love people today. Starting with the excellent Bella. How are you doing today, Bella? What lovely thing have you done this week?
Oh, just avoiding gentle disappointment. That's a self-care routine that I have.
Perfect. Only go for aggressive disappointment. I love it. Okay, we've got next up lovely person number 2. We've got... Oh, crap. I know how to use this thing. It's Kian! Kian, what's your favourite routine before going on a date?
Ooh, to brush my teeth multiple times with a very nice toothpaste.
I've heard he's single, guys. And he's a Sensodyne guy. Yep. Okay, cool. Next up, we've got the very lovely Agent 47 himself. It's Dylan! Hey, Dylan, what do you look for in the perfect date?
Someone who is funny and finds me funny and likes improv.
Wow, that's like 2 people. But that's great, Dylan. Love it. Okay, cool. And next up, we've got Helena looking incredibly pettily today. Helena, who's your favourite cousin?
Well, all of my many, many cousins may be watching this, so I couldn't possibly reveal lest it cause a family rift.
You successfully dodged the bullet. Congratulations, Helena. You love all your cousins equally, and that is wonderful. Okay, next up we have got Sarah. Welcome to the show, Sarah. Sarah, what if you could send a Valentine's card to any celebrity this year, who would it be?
Oh, that dog that won Britain's Got Talent that one time.
The what that's won Britain's Got Talent?
The dog that won Britain's Got Talent that one time.
They get a lot of fan mail, but I'm sure they'll appreciate just one more. Thank you, Sarah. And then finally, last but not least, we have Emily. Hello, Emily. I'm thinking of hypothetical questions to ask you. How much do you love slugs?
Infinite amounts. Words cannot express my adoration of the slug race.
That's the correct answer, and you're allowed to stay. Thank you very much. Cool. Well, thank you, everybody. That is our excellent collection of lovely people. And I am going to... Oh, my goodness, there's so many comments. Thank you, everybody, for putting all of these comments in. So we're going to play our first game. Our first game is called Blind Date. And so I must change so that I enter my new persona. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Scylla Slug, and welcome to Blind Date. Today, we have our very own blind dater who's coming in to look for love. And that person is Emily. Welcome to the show, Emily.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's okay, do not worry. Yes, we have got 3 eligible bachelors / bachelorettes waiting to take Emily's hand in blind dateness. Those people are going to be Dylan. I keep saying your name wrong, but I'm keeping with it. We've got Dylan, we've got Helena, and we've got Bella. So everybody else, video's off as we go into our first game. So, Emily, I'm going to ask you very kindly to turn your sound off. Now, Emily's going on a blind date with these 3 people, but we are going to give these 3, Dylan, Helena, and Bella, special quirks, affectations, interesting features about them that Emily is going to have to guess through asking them questions, like on the show Blind Date with Scylla Slug. So, I've been asking you all for examples of various different people, and I think we should give Dylan a historical figure that he can be pretending to be. And I saw this immediately and thought, this has got to be it. Dylan, you are Henry VIII. Because by God, he is a Valentine's man if I've ever heard of one. So you're Henry VIII, if that's okay with you. Helena?
Takes me back to year 6 history.
That's what we're here for, kids. We're here to learn. Helena, I'm going to give you an animal. You're going to be very slowly, throughout the course of this show, turning into... Let's have a look. Oh, a lizard. You're going to be very slowly turning into a lizard. You're very free to pick what kind of lizard you want, but that's your prompt. All right, and finally, Bella, you are going to have a very strange fear. You have an unrelenting fear of... Oh, let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, these are very strange. Let's go with... Oh. The fear of double entendres. You are scared of the old innuendo double entendres. I can see Emily wistfully smiling like she knows what's going on. But I think once... let's just go around one more time and confirm who we are. Dylan?
Henry VIII.
Helena?
Lizard, and in the game I'm a lizard.
Yes. And Bella?
I am afraid of the double entendre.
Absolutely you are. Okay, let's wave Emily back into the game and we will start Blind Date. Welcome back to the show, Emily. I'm sorry for that delay. How are you feeling, first of all?
I am feeling excited and ready for love. I'm ready to meet new people.
And I guess we've learned a lot about the people we're working with today, with the potential dates. I can talk today, Slugs can talk. But what about you, Emily? What are you looking for in the perfect date?
I'm looking for the right number of limbs, first of all. That's anything higher than 1. I'm looking for someone who respects my boundaries and respects my love of slugs.
You say you love slugs, but we don't have more than 1 foot. I've got my eye on you. All right. Well, I'll let you get on with this then. Would you like to ask your first question to our contestants?
Contestants, I like long romantic walks on the beach and going to see movies. Where would you take me on our first date?
Well, I don't know what this newfangled movie thing is, but if you want to go and see a play by my good boy Shakespeare, I could certainly take you there. My exes have definitely loved it.
Contestant number 2?
As for movies, there's a new one coming out soon that features one of my personal heroes, King Kong versus Godzilla. And after that, I would love to take you to just lie on a warm rock.
And last but not least, contestant number 3.
Well, I would take you to the movies, but I actually know someone who works there, so I could take you in the back. I would just go to the film and then we could go out and I could eat out with you. Just go to a restaurant. A restaurant is what I mean. Is what I mean. And then just something normal. Definitely and completely normal.
I do love normality. Well, I have one more question for you guys. I love surprises. I like making surprises in everyday life. Contestants, how would you surprise me on our wedding night? Contestant number 1.
Well, I have a funny story about that. My third wife got quite a surprise after her wedding night. And then my fourth wife, she surprised me more than anything. To be honest, the sixth one was the biggest surprise to me. As you can see, I'm experienced with weddings. I could definitely show you a good wedding.
Sounds like you could show me a good time. Contestant number 2?
Wedding night, well, if I make it to the wedding, seems like I have probably some trick I could do with my tongue.
I'm intrigued. And contestant number 3?
Yes. So I would like to do something, perfectly tame. Let's just see whatever comes up. Just sorry. I'm fine. Sorry. Just just show you around my private areas. My house, just my house. Just anything sort of around there, and then I'm so sorry. I'm having a bit of a panic attack. Things just keep kind of squirting out of me. I'm so sorry. I just I don't think I can do this anymore. I just
Thank you so much.
Well, I don't know about you, Emily, but I think all of these people look incredibly dateable. And I must say, some of the things that some of you were saying lent itself very well to someone dressed like me going. So I enjoyed that very much. But Emily, before I ask you whom you want to date out of these three excellent people, maybe you'd like to take a little guess at their personalities, who they might be. For example, contestant number 1. What are you thinking about this person?
As much as I do love a man with experience, I think Henry VIII might have too many exes for me to compete with, and I might fly into a jealous rage.
Well, I'm sorry, Henry. It looks like you're out for this session.
Contestant number 2. While I am a fan of scales and other reptiles, I think our lifestyles would be incompatible with you turning into a lizard.
Ooh, you're nailing this.
Contestant number 3. You intrigue me. You are mysterious to me. You are perhaps some kind of sweaty, anxious person.
What if we were to say that they fear something?
They fear. Ooh. They fear being inside. They fear outdoor places.
They fear being inside in a sense. Well, how about Bella? Would you like to reveal what you are?
Yes, I was afraid of the double entendre.
Naughty. Well, Emily, I think it's very clear whom you want to date, but why don't you say it for the audience listening?
I'd love to help you overcome your fear of double entendre.
Oh, that's lovely. I hope you two overcome it and get together real soon. Thank you, everybody, for coming on to this episode of Blind Date. I guess Henry VIII will have to go off with a lizard now. Cool. So, if I can get... Oh, who's next on the thing? Can I get Kian and Dylan on the stage? Is it a stage? Not really. But let's get them anyway, because we're going to play our next game. And for our next game, I say, well, frantically trying to get all of this sorted. Excellent. There we go. For our next game, I've been asking you for some relationships because we're going to play a classic improvised game, which is called Change. So Dylan and Kian are going to be doing a typical scene between two people who share, a relationship, because we're all about love here today. And yes, and every now and then, if I, as a slug overlord, cast Slug Nova, do not appreciate what they've said, I will say change. And then whomever said the last thing or did the last action will have to change what they said to something else. It should be pretty explanatory as we go through. Dylan and Kian, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Would you say that you love each other?
Not yet, but we'll see.
Ooh.
We'll find out.
Nice answer. Saucy. Okay, well, I've seen a rather exciting prompt for you both. So the relationship you two are going to be doing is the very special bond between a man and his pet rock. Get ready to hear change.
Are you going to take me for a walk now?
Yes, I think I shall.
Change.
It's a lovely day, isn't it? No, it's pretty horrible outside at the moment. I think let's just stay here, and watch
Change.
a nice film. Let's just go to the cinema instead. Wouldn't that be lovely? I'm sure you can just sit there. You might even get a discount on the ticket price. I'm not sure what they do for rocks, but surely they've got something special.
Okay, but you're buying me rock candy.
Oh, absolutely.
Change.
I wouldn't dare to dream. Oh, I wouldn't do that. No, it feels like something too sensitive. Oh well, actually, I was going to get you something else as a surprise, but you'll find out when you get there. It's
A surprise. I like the sound of that. Although the last surprise you gave me wasn't too flattering. You dressed me up in a suit and tie and paraded me in front of your friends.
Change.
Like that. You dressed me up in a suit and tie and took me to ballroom dancing classes.
Change.
You dressed me up in a nice long red dress and took me under the night sky.
Change.
And you dressed me up in a rock star costume with a guitar and put me on stage. I'm terrified of stages.
It was sublime. You were fantastic. You were really rocking out. Although, admittedly, I was a bit stoned myself, so I can't really speak for what happened. But it seemed like a fantastic night. The audience were loving it. It's just so you. You know what I mean?
Well, if you say so. But I don't want to do it again.
Change.
Please.
Okay.
I really want to do it again. Please.
I knew
Change.
you would.
I'm kind of indifferent about doing it again.
That's great to hear, you know, and if things like this, you know, we can talk about these things, right? You know, if there's something that you're not comfortable, I never want to make you uncomfortable, okay? It's not very often that you find a rock.
Change.
It's very often, you know, that you find a rock who wants to spend the rest of your life with you. I'm just that kind of a guy, but I've never quite had such a bond with so special a stone as yourself, and I just really want you to feel all right, man, you know? Rock.
I think we can bring that gently to a close. What a beautiful thing. And I think I can speak on behalf of Dylan now that I think there's a real strong love between the two of you now. And look at that. He did the hand thing. What more love could you possibly want?
Wait, you mean he wasn't a rock all along? This changes everything.
Okay, you rumbled, Dylan. You might have to leave now. Okay, let's get the next people on the stage. And in fact, it's everybody. So could everybody turn their videos back on? I'm going to remove the spotlight so that you're all equal. No, I need to be less equal. There we go, right. Let's put this on gallery view. Everyone loves Zoom nowadays. Okay, we're going to move on to the next game. This is a game called Conference. Brackets on Valentine's Day. So we're going to be doing a conference, and Sarah is our press representative, the person who's taking a press conference. So she's going to be answering to all the other of us who are all journalists, who are going to be asking her questions about a particularly intense, exciting, weird event that's happened on Valentine's Day. The only problem is Sarah hasn't actually read the press notes and doesn't know what the event is. So this is probably a wonderful moment for us to ask Sarah to mute so that she can no longer hear us. Excellente, she's done that. So I've been asking you all for some interesting events to have occurred on Valentine's Day. And let's have a look through. Oh my goodness. Some people have really come up with some interesting things that happened on Valentine's Day. Let's go with... Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe not that one. Let's go with one that's a bit Valentine's-y. It's been raining chocolate hearts. It's been raining little chocolate hearts everywhere. I'm pretty sure if Sarah says it's been raining chocolates, we'll accept that. Otherwise, I don't know how long we'll be here for. But all journalists, you call with it's raining chocolate hearts. That is the thing that started happening. Okie dokie, pokey smoky. Let's get Sarah back on. Sarah. Okay, and welcome to the press conference. This is Sarah. She will be taking your questions today about the big Valentine's event. So please, go ahead.
So I'd like to, really, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Excuse me.
Yes, you?
Thank you. My name is Clive Baker from the Candlestick Maker Daily. And I was just wondering what on earth do you think the consequences will be for the farmers at this time of year after this event?
I know that Valentine's is a very hard time for farmers, what with all the chocolate sales driving vegetable sales through the floor. But I'm sure that with the proper encouragement, they'll really be able to get back on their feet. Yes, you there.
Hi, David, Lad Bible. Can I ask you, do you think this is an after effect of global warming?
I'm sure we can't discount global warming, but as the progress of it is very unpredictable, it's hard to attribute any one single event to global warming. I'm sure we can all agree that anomalies do happen. Yes, you over there.
Hi, Julia from Love Food. Are any of them vegan?
I'm sure that vegan options are available.
Great.
Yes, you there.
Yes, Kian from the Valentines. How did the meteorological office not see such a major event coming?
I suppose what with it being Valentine's Day, many of their top staff will have been off having romantic dinners at the time.
Excuse me?
Yes, you again?
Well, I'm Madeline Privilege from the Telegraph. How do you think that, Brexit, levies and taxes will affect this event?
Well, I want to reassure everybody that I'm sure our shelves will still be as stocked as they ever were.
Because isn't this technically an import from Belgium?
Yes, I suppose so, but I think this is a great chance for the UK economy to rally itself and really show its independence in this particular market. Yes, you there.
Yes, Diana from Diabetic Weekly. What will you do about the diabetics? Think about the diabetics.
I'm sure that with today's modern medical advancements, we can cope with any manner of illness or disease that will come our way. Yes, you again?
Hello, Cassandra from End Times. Could this be the first of many great plagues sent by the gods to punish us for our sins of overindulgence on treats for so-called Valentine's Day?
I'm sure our insurance policies do not account for acts of God, so I suppose you just have to listen to whether or not they give you money.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes, my name's Stormy from the Weather Ladies. Do you think now that this has happened that, men might ever be a potential candidate for precipitation?
Well, I'm sure the event of Belgian chocolates raining down from the sky could lead to other meteorological phenomena.
Congratulations, Sarah. You did it. You congratulated Rita. You successfully deduced what was happening, and no one was any the wiser that you hadn't been reading the press notes. Congratulations, Sarah. Your prize will be a lifetime supply of slightly wet Belgian chocolates. Congratulations. Cool. Thank you, everybody. We're going to move on to our next game. I've been asking you all for some expertise, and there are some excellent ones here. So could I keep Emily, Kian, and Sarah on the stage, please? So Kian is an expert in many things, I'm sure, but the one we're particularly interested in today, because Emily is going to be interviewing him for it, is the... it's the temptation to go super meta with this, and I think we're going to have to. Kian, you are an expert in comedy improvisation. I don't know if you... Well, you're going to pretend you know about it, So, Kian's an expert in comedy improvisation, and Emily has invited him onto her show to interview him about his expertise in comedy improvisation. There is one twist here, though. Kian's a dog. There you go. That's it. That's improvisation right there. Kian is a dog. Emily does not understand Kian. So, Emily will be asking Kian questions. Kian will be answering in dog language. But Kian's got such a strong bond to his owner, Sarah, that Sarah can translate what Kian is saying to Emily. So that's the gimmick of this game. So without any further ado, Kian, the expert, the dog expert in improvised comedy improvisation, please, here's your interview. Take us away, Emily.
Thank you so much for joining us today on BBC Breakfast. Now, can I ask you, Kian the dog, what led you to pursue comedy?
He says insecurity in other departments. Comedy is a way to cover up other insecurities.
Isn't it always the way? Who would you say is your biggest comedy hero in the dog world and the human world?
Jimmy the Stick, famous YouTuber. He generally sits and pretends the stick is chasing him. It's a family favourite.
Sounds like an absolute riot. And now I hear you're debuting your hour at the Edinburgh Fringe this year. Can you give us a little sneak peek of the show? What's the pitch and where do you hope to take it?
We put a dog on a stage and wait until it runs off. Who knows what comedy could ensue?
Sounds absolutely revolutionary. And now, I'm afraid, as you know, the critics have not been kind to your one dog show as of late. Can you give me a response to this one-star review published in The Guardian this week?
He plans to eat it.
I see. And now I couldn't let you go without asking this one question. Can we get a comedy song from the dog, please? Just a chorus of a comedy song. I feel like would really help our audience.
He says, woof 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 grr. There's a zero at the end.
I see. And now, last question, I promise. What advice would Key and the dog give to any young, aspiring puppies or human children looking to get into the world of improvised comedy?
Just go for it and have a wonderful owner who translates for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day, everyone.
Oh, yeah, what wonderful interview there. Really good, really good. Thank you very much, Kim, Sarah, and Emily. That was perfect. Can we get everybody back on to the stage, please? Because this is our next game. I'm just going to swallow this lettuce. This bit was not worth it. Okay. It's disgusting. I'm very sorry, everybody out there. If you're watching this YouTube, demonetize this. Oh no, it's the ADC. No, don't demonetize. I've dug myself a hole. Okay, so this is our next game. We have got a collection here of 6 Lonely Hearts for you all to see. I'm sure some of the people out there will remember that before Tinder and Hinge and Bumble and Grindr and Reddit, I don't know, other things, there was Lonely Hearts videos where you could record a video of yourself presenting who you are and the perfect date, and that would be sent to some kind of some kind of person who would matchmake you to someone else. You get to see the videos. It's a very long way of basically swiping right on people. So we're going to do some of them, and you've been giving us some adjectives and occupations, and they've been excellent, and hopefully yours will come up as I very quickly do go through all of us here, and we're going to do a Lonely Heart video in the style of some of the occupations you've been giving us. So I will pull you up on the screen anytime. I will just basically give you the occupation and the adjective, and you're just going to go for it. You right, kiddos? All good to go? Sick. All right. Kian, you're up first, and I'm going to do this. Okay, spotlight time. Kian, I'd like you to do a Lonely Hearts video as if you are a squeamish bin man.
Hi, I'm Kian. I'm a bin man. Don't really like it, but you know, pays the bills, doesn't it? I mean, there's a lot of icky stuff in it, but still, these are the things you've got to put up with, you know. But I would like to not take out the bins and take you out instead. Just maybe without any of the just a nice film. That'd be fine. Or maybe we could go to a restaurant, just not spaghetti or anything like that, or meatballs. It's just a bit. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. But anything else is absolutely fine with me.
Beautiful. I mean, you got my number. Trust me. Okay, Emily, put down that glass of water because you are no longer Emily. You are a sleepy trampolinist.
Oh, sorry. I just woke up. What do I like to do? I like to bounce. You go up and you go down, and then once you're down, you're down for a while. It might just curl up in a little trampoline. My favorite thing to do, you may ask, is to lie on the middle of a trampoline. This one's really fun. And then you, lucky Mr. Wright, would bounce ever so gently on the edge of the trampoline to simulate the rocking waves of an ocean. I think that would be really fun for us. But what else can I say? I'm looking for someone who's not up before 10. I think 10, and then bedtime, reasonable hour. We'll bounce for most of the day, and then we just head right off to bed. No, I'm very tired after a long day of trampolining. You need to respect the sleepy lifestyle. And with that, so call me. I'll be the one bouncing, or asleep on the trampoline.
Excellent. Very high energy. Loved it. Cool. Sarah, you're no longer Sarah. You are a high-strung neurosurgeon.
Hi. I'm looking for a relationship, but maybe I'm really empathetic. It's like I can see into your mind, and all the ways it can break. Oh. But no, I'm sure if you want a fun time, somebody to just relax with on a sofa, maybe, as we watch psychological thrillers, and I try not to hyperventilate, call me.
I just really like the vibe. I really like the vibe you're going for. It's nice and chill. Excellent. Well, let's see what Helena's got to provide with us, because Helena is a saucy archaeologist.
Well, I would be really interested in excavating a bone or two. I'm sure you're quite used to the sort of person who would maybe go on a date and not start digging up the road outside the restaurant or wherever. And if you're sick of that kind of dull, lifeless relationship, definitely call me. What I like to do is go for long walks along the beach and then see if I can find any ancient artifacts there, and then have sex.
Wow, really good. I didn't quite understand where the pasta sauce was going to come into all of that, but I'm glad you made it work. Cool. Bella, you are a sneezy ninja.
Damn, this always happens. I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to notice me until about 10 more seconds in. But it's just the hay fever. It doesn't define me, but it does make my profession very difficult. Okay, what does that? Okay, what I like to do on a date? I would like to sneak up on you, but in like a nice way, and then it's never worked so far. So I've had limited success with my dates, but just in general, just hanging out in very windy, ventilated areas, and no wind or dust, and just practice my sneaking. And then, if you could pretend to be surprised, then that would be really great. That would be really great for me.
Wonderful. I can't understand how people won't be flooding in to your DMs with messages looking for dates with that. All right, finally, Dylan, I couldn't ignore this one. You're a sexy ventriloquist.
Hi. My name is Giorgio. And you can call me Giorgio. Because if you want someone to pull the right strings, I'm the man for you. Look at this puppet. Look at its limbs and how I can move every single one just like this.
That was, the Oscar committee, they'll be on the phone, Dylan. I'm sure that was that was a beautiful rendition. That was truly excellent. Well done, everybody. Before we move on to the next game, I think you're going to get loads of DMs. I have actually found that the bin guy has already got someone interested. So good luck with that, Kian, and I hope you have fun with someone who's clearly not my girlfriend who commented that. Anyway, moving on.
I wouldn't want to be a third wheel, bin.
Oh.
Okay, I step down. I can't beat that. Cool. So, for our next one, we're going to go on another blind date. This is not a blind date in the Scylla Slug kind of way. This is just a blind date. The kind of blind date that would always happen through Zoom. Because, blind dates, I guess, still happen in lockdown. And this is how we're going to do them. So, Bella and Helena are going to be going on a date. If everyone else could turn their videos off. Bella and Helena are going on a date. Now, Bella has a very wide range of emotions. A roller coaster of emotions, one might call it. And so during this, you will hear me shouting various emotions that you have all been very helpfully giving us in the comments, which Bella will artfully weave through during this online date.
All right.
So without any further ado, I think we should just get on with this date and get ready for some emotions to come through. I'm going to spotlight you two so that you will take center stage here. And without further ado, please go on your date.
Hey.
Oh,
Sorry.
you can see me. Everything's good. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
before.
No, me neither. Of course. I just really felt drawn to your profile, and I was like, why not just try it for the first time?
Thank you.
Hangry.
Yeah, no, I really like that. You're a chef, and I
Yeah.
like the like all the pictures of the stuff you've made that you put in your profile. Not that I can eat that right now, which would be. That would have been a good first date. Am I right? I'm just kidding. But it's not. It's fine. You're just advertising something that I can't have in this moment. Which I'm totally fine with that. I just,
hopefully soon, of course. I'd love to have you round and cook for you. Like,
oh God, okay, don't.
Flabbergasted.
If this goes well.
Whoa, what? You'd like to have me round? Wait, at your house?
If we get on during this Zoom, yeah, why not?
We barely know each other. You just cook for me? You just cook for a perfect stranger? That's a weird amount of judgment.
Well, I was hoping we would maybe not be strangers by the end of this.
Wrathful.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's my fault. It's just so nice that you would consider taking me to your house. Is all. I'm just me.
Yeah, usually I just second date I invite girls around and I cook for them.
Miffed.
Really? Second date?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
like it usually pays off pretty well for me.
okay, that's like a little bit soon, I guess. It's like that's just how you deal with all your girls, is it? You just invite them round and cook
Yeah.
them or crepe, and then, you know, get to... Okay.
Enlightened.
I mean, I can see why that works, you know? I mean, I can see why that is a...
I'm a great chef. I've got a nice house. I usually cook nude.
Okay, well, that's... I mean...
Suspicious.
That does sound like a good strategy, but you cook nude. Wait a minute. This isn't anything weird, right? You just...
No. Oh, just because everything's so saucy and splattering, I don't want to ruin my clothes. And then I put my date outfit on, you know, to sit down and eat the food, of course.
Keen.
No, nothing like that. God, no.
Okay. It just seems a bit of an odd thing to disclose, that you just cook in the nude. I mean, are you not afraid of being scolded or burned? Are you in some kind of suit?
You know what? That's never happened, but now you say, yeah, that could happen.
Hopeful.
That would be really bad.
Well, hey, if you cook enough, it will happen. It will happen. You will have that experience. I mean, it's...
You sound like you're almost hoping that will happen.
Yeah, you know, I think after this date, I kind of am. Yeah, you know, I feel great about that.
Well, welcome to never being invited to try my cooking.
Ooh,
Wow.
well...
Low.
Ooh, came in at an awkward time there. But hopefully that date will go a little better. Maybe the second date will go a little better, as we might discover later on in the show. But let's put a stopper in it for now. Thank you, Helena and Bella. Can I get Kian and Dylan onto the stage, please? Let me get you two on, because we have a very exciting announcement. None other than the Bin Man and the Pet Rock are going to be providing you all with a beautiful sonnet. And I've been told with very good authority that sonnets don't have to have a very rigid structure, so get ready for a sonnet with not a very rigid structure. We're going to give you a lovely, lovely poem. Kian's going to do a line, Dylan's going to do a line that rhymes, Dylan's going to do a line, Kian's going to do a line that rhymes, and so on, until either they're finished or the inevitable heat death of the universe takes us all. So, I've been asking you all for the subjects of some poems, and scrolling down, there are some... those are some wonderful ones. Oh my goodness. There's some dark ones. There's some lovely ones. Let's go with... Ooh. I like Ode to My British Ex-Boyfriend. What a lovely poem that will be. Ode to my beautiful... No, not beautiful, sorry. My Ode to My British Ex-Boyfriend. Dylan, if you'd like to do the first line, and proceed.
So this one is called Ode to My British Boyfriend. Oi mate, I'm well miffed that you saw that girl.
I really thought we had something, but it turned out to be a churl. I think in retrospect, you are a bit smelly.
And if you don't call me back, you can go to helly. I think I just want to take you to Nando's.
And then we can maybe go for a walk and hold some handos. But I don't know if I can do that now, because you've broken my heart.
But if we watch The In-Betweeners together, maybe that can be a new start.
That's beautiful. Let me bring myself in. It was a song of a song. It was a poem of anguish, of ire, but also of potential retribution. And I want everybody in this to know that if you're interested in either Kian or Dylan, mind your own business. Cool. So let's move on to the next thing. And I promised you all that we weren't done with Bella and Helena yet. No, that first date went so well, as you probably saw, that they're getting married. Isn't that excellent? So could I get Bella and Helena on here, and Dylan, you stay, and Emily come in, and Kian, you turn your video off. and that's how that's happening. So let's just bring Helena and Bella back into the spotlight. Here we go. And then we'll take them back up to the top. So we have here Helena and Bella, who are getting married. Yes, it went well, that first date. And we're doing their vows. We've come to their vows. I am your priest slug here today, ready to marry the two. They've written their own vows, starting with Helena and going to Bella. Interesting, though, we have got Dylan and Emily here. And so when Helena delivers the first line of her vows, Dylan is going to provide what she actually meant with those vows. And then Bella will provide a line from her vows. And Emily will provide her inner thoughts while she was giving those vows. And perhaps this marriage isn't all that it seems, but we'll have to find out. But I've been asking you all for ways in which Helena and Bella could have met before their first Zoom date. I guess that was a bit of a spoiler, but how did they meet before they got married? Well, there are some excellent ones here. Oh my goodness. Some of these are very dark. Some of these are very fun. And I think let's go for that. Tell you what, you met, I'm going to keep this broad. You met in a shopping trolley. Not at a shopping trolley, in a shopping trolley. Helena, I believe you're going to go first in terms of the vows, and I, as the priest, will only come in at the end to tell you when you can stop vowing and blow kisses at each other across Zoom.
Bella, when I first met you, I knew you were incredibly fun. We met at the international trolley race, and when I saw you taking first place from my position in third, I knew one day I would be spending the rest of my life with you.
You always have to finish first, don't you, Bella? Every single time. Every single time in our relationship.
Yes, and when I beat you that day and soared to my inevitable victory whilst you languished far behind me, I knew, a person that can take such defeat will be a valuable partner in life.
You're an absolute loser, mate. Loser. Yeah. Oh, you'll always come second to me. I'm best.
And ever since that day, every year we've competed in the trolley contest, and it's just reaffirmed what I knew that very first day, that you are my queen, and I will love you forever.
Christ, I didn't like that queen line. I should have gotten rid of that. I shouldn't have trusted my cousin to tell me about my wedding speech.
And a queen rules, firmly and absolutely and in an unelected and controlled fashion. And, that is such a wonderful thing for you to bestow upon me, that trust.
I will never do any of the housework, and I hope you realise that now, because I'm never going to compromise for you, loser.
You know what? I'm going to throw this away and just speak from the heart, because I just feel awkward, reading a speech. I want to just tell you what I really think, and I'm really glad to be getting married to you, and I love you, and I don't mind about always doing all the cleaning at home. Just please don't ever leave me.
Tell you what I really think. I think you should load the dishwasher properly sometimes. Put the dishes all in a stacked row. It's not that hard.
Oh, darling, I would never, ever dream of leaving you. You know, as loyal and wonderful and devoted as you are.
Oh my God. Those pages that they throw down, they're covered with children's drawings. What the hell were they holding? What is this?
And
Yep, shouldn't have taken a speech from my 5-year-old cousin.
And thank you for that wonderful vows. I now pronounce you wife and wife. You may now blow kisses at each other through Zoom or whatever. I noticed that the inner thoughts aren't blowing kisses, but alright, I guess that's how it works. Thank you very much. We always finish on a wedding. Isn't that lovely? Can I get everybody to come back into onto the screen? Because we're going to say goodbye soon. I know. I can hear all the audience.
Can you?
No. Sometimes I think I can at night, but it's just the cats outside. But we cannot finish without one more game for you all. I've been asking you all for a bunch of nouns. And my goodness, if we as a collective here cannot connect said nouns to our own long-term relationships, whether that's saucy or wholesome, I'll let you know. Well, they'll let you know. So, your first noun, everybody, is going to be aquarium.
A long-term relationship with me is like an aquarium, wallowing in salty tears.
A long-term relationship with me is like an aquarium. I love sleeping with the fishes.
A long-term relationship with me is like an aquarium. For an astronomical fee, you can deep dive in it.
A long-term relationship with me is like an aquarium. It's really, really terrible for orcas.
Oh. Your next noun is pressure cooker.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pressure cooker, really steamy.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pressure cooker. It's something that you weren't expecting, but you're, gifted at a wedding.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pressure cooker. If you live too long, it can explode and cause a small house fire.
Oh my.
Long-term relationship with me is like a pressure cooker. Don't know how it works, but I'm willing to give it a try. What's the worst that can happen?
Aw.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pressure cooker. If you have too many of them, the police get suspicious.
Your next one is dandruff.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. It's not what you want to find on your pillow in the morning.
Oh.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. You're not really sure how it got to this point.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. Tend to gravitate towards older men.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. You don't know that you have it, and other people won't tell you, but it's slightly embarrassing.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. I mean, it's better than getting lice.
A long-term relationship with me is like dandruff. You can't get me out of your hair.
Oh, wholesome but slightly upsetting. What about a crime scene investigation?
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation, just really sexy.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. I often put sunglasses on and make a pun every day.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. It requires a heavy clean-up crew afterwards.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene. People tend to stop and watch because they're so surprised to find one.
Oh.
A relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. By the time, for it to happen, it requires someone to die.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. Every Swedish TV series is really interested in it.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene, bodies splayed at every angle, baby.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. Sweden's main export.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. It's not as fun as it looks on TV.
A long-term relationship with me is like a crime scene investigation. Who are you? Let's go for one more. Someone put the... No, let's not put that. Let's go with Splinter. That's fun.
Long-term relationship with me is like a splinter. It's what happens when you touch wood.
A long-term relationship with me is like a splinter. You just gotta suck it out until it's all better.
A long-term relationship with me is like a splinter. You don't want one.
A long-term relationship with me is like Splinter. You'll spend an awful lot of the time serving pizza to giant mutant turtles. Any more takers on Splinter?
One more.
Come on.
One more now.
Welcome to the Impronauts present Dead Air as we try and think of one last punchline.
Oh, are we still doing splinter?
No, we're waiting for one more different word.
Oh, one more word! Oh, sorry.
A long-term relationship with me is like a splinter. Barney won't let it go.
I'm sorry, Jess. Let's go for one more then. One more before we finish up today. Let's go with Pipette. Pipette. Long-term relationship with me is like a pipette. It sucks.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pipette. I'm not 100% sure what that is.
Long-term relationship with me is like a pipette. The Natsuki students can get it.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pipette. We'll have excellent chemistry.
Ooh.
Get it.
A long-term relationship with me is like a pipette. You thought you were getting a small bird.
And on that punchline, I think we're going to call it for today. So, I would like to say thank you to our wonderful sluglets, our wonderful performers today.
Did you forget the name of the troupe?
I have forgotten most things in the limelight. Yes, thank you to my fellow Impronauts for coming together and giving us a lovely show today. I've got lipstick on some lettuce, which looks saucy but also a bit criminally. I'm going to have to eat that now. So whilst we do that, I'd like to say thank you everybody for watching. You have been an incredibly good audience. Your laughter has sent us so excited. That wasn't sentence. Oh well. And I think we'll just finish by saying thank you. We are the Cambridge Impronauts. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on, I believe, Instagram. Yeah, I follow it on Instagram. All of that is at Impronauts. We have our own YouTube channel where we have uploaded many of our previous live in-person, do you remember that, times, and also our Zoom times on our YouTube. So go find us at the Cambridge Impronauts YouTube channel. Also, do not forget to look after. Don't forget to thank the ADC for helping us put this on. Thank you very much, ADC. They're accepting donations so that they can keep content as great as this, and also the footlights, because I guess they're doing something, I assume, going. And so donating to them will help them out and help us out immensely. So please consider that if you have the money to spare. And I think with that we can just say thanks.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy. That's what we're doing. Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, happy Pancake Day, really. But happy Valentine's Day as well. Have a good one. We love you all. Toodle pips. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.